Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the coder here, and I'm really sorry for posting after a while. Hey guys, what's up, this is the coder here. Well, I'm posting after a really long while today. um, yeah, so I don't have much to say. I just wanted to say that from now on my videos would be narrated by me, so that it would become more easy for you guys to understand what I'm trying to make. Alright, and yeah, that's it. Okay, because in my previous videos, what I used to do is that simply make the code and post it on the internet, and people would be like, dude, what did you make, how did you make it, what's the logic behind this part of code, alright. So from now on I would be explaining each and everything over here on my channel, so that not only does my channel grow, but also my viewers get to know what I am trying to teach them. Alright. Now over here what I'm doing is simply writing the basic part of HTML, and this over here is my live server. So yeah, I need my head and body, I need the head and body in my code, so that the live server can load. So let's start. Now, by the way, if you guys are just curious, I just wanted to say you guys that my this live thing, what do we call this live window, alright. It's made by Ritvik Day. If you just go on the extension bar of VS Code and search Ritvik Day. Alright. Oh no, you need to search for live server. Oh wait, my internet's off. So I'm gonna just show it to you guys later. Alright, my live server is by Ritvik Day. If you I'm gonna show it to you over here. Let's just clean this up. It's right over here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Alright, this is the mostly preferred live server. Most people use this live server for making codes. Alright, and that's what I do. It's really fast and it's really cool. It's very easy to turn on and turn off. You just saw how I did that. Alright. There are many people on SoloLearn who ask me how does your live server work. Alright, mine does not work. Now I don't know how it works on Sublime Text, because I tried it on making it on Sublime Text, but the problem was that I couldn't make it work for some reason. So that's why I have VS Code over here. But Sublime Text is also a cool editing text editing software. But whatever guys. So over here, this is my basic HTML. I've just given a title called Blackboard, and the first thing that I'm going to do is make this board black. So for that, what I'm going to do is body style equals to background color. I'm going to set it to black, so it will be #000, and save it. So now it turns black, total black. The next thing that I'm going to do is define a canvas. Alright, canvas tag canvas tag, and I'm gonna name its ID also canvas. Alright, so this is the canvas. Alright, this is where everything is going to happen. Alright, this is where we are going to draw and do stuff. Alright, now let's move on. So the next thing that I'm going to do is make call a script tag. Alright, not call a script tag, I'm gonna make a script tag. Over here we are going to make the logic for our code, like how does the blackboard work. We can literally freehandly draw anything everywhere. Alright, so for that we need to do it over here. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm gonna connect my script, JavaScript. We are gonna write JavaScript over here, so we are gonna connect my JavaScript to my canvas tag that is available in the HTML. So what I'm going to do is simply make a variable or an object, variable canvas equals to document dot query selector. Alright, I'm using query selector because why not? Alright, and we can use everything like get element by ID or get elements by class name. I'm not that sure if we can do it with get elements by class name, but I'm pretty sure that we can do it with get element by ID. I'm going to just write canvas over here. Now just for your information guys, we can make this code in jQuery also, but let's not talk about jQuery. When I would be making it in jQuery, I would be teaching it to you guys. Alright, the next thing that I'm going to do is check whether my canvas got properly connected to my code or not. So the first thing that I'm going to do is console.log, the second thing, console.log canvas. Alright, now I'm gonna open the console over here. So let's see, now it says null over here. Okay, null means that it successfully did not connect with the canvas. Alright, so for that, you know what happens is that in JavaScript in this kind of script is that you need to paste the script right after the canvas. Alright, right after the canvas. Let me just align this thing. Alright, now when we save it, you'll see that it got connected. See, canvas ID equals to canvas. This means that we have successfully connected our script tag with our variable or object called the canvas. Alright, now let's move on. The next thing that I'm going to do is define an object or a variable, context. Alright, context, canvas dot get context. Now what happens in context? Well, context is a really basic thing whenever you make something with canvas. Alright, mostly, you know, these kind of stuff like drawing and stuff, or painting and stuff. CTX is really very much helpful when you make p5.js programs and code. Alright, but right now we are gonna make something really easy, so yeah, no need to worry about it much. Now cdx canvas.get context, we are gonna call a context which would be 2D, which means that our canvas would be 2D. Alright, it would be two-dimensional, it will be totally flat. Alright, we can also do is 3D. Alright, I'm gonna show it to you in some other video guys, but for now let's concentrate in making a blackboard which is a 2D context. The next thing that I'm going to do is define my canvas height and width. Alright, now the canvas height and width should be equals to the window's inner and outer height and width. Alright, so canvas dot height would be this, and canvas dot width would be equals to window dot inner width. So by seeing the name you can like guess like what it does is that canvas's height would be equals to window's inner height. That is, this is the suppose there is a canvas over here, it would be equal to the window's height. Alright, and the window's width, this one. Alright, now when we save it, you'll see that there will be two scroll bars popping up from the sides. Alright, that's because the canvas is not centered properly. Let's save it. See, two scroll bars. As you can see that there are two scroll bars over here. So to remove these scroll bars, we need to center our canvas properly. So for that we need a style tag. Alright, now the first thing that I'm going to do is define the object canvas. Alright, what do we say this in CSS? Okay, I don't know, I forgot. Comment down below. We are gonna for now I'm gonna say it object, so we are gonna connect our object or element canvas to CSS. Alright, since it's ID, okay, it's an ID, since that's why it's ID, so that's why what we are going to do is just call it by giving this hashtag in front of its name. Alright, we can also do this with class, but in the case of class we are gonna use a full stop or a dot instead of this hashtag. Let's move on. So the first thing that we are going to do is declare the position as absolute, and the next thing, that is margin, would be auto. Alright, we are not gonna set the height and width over here since we already do it over here in JavaScript, so no need to worry about that. Now top would be 0, right would be 0, left would be 0, and bottom would be also 0. Alright, now this piece of code over here is the simplest way to center anything on anything. Alright, in a web app. Alright, that's how I have been doing to center stuff in my code. Alright, I'm gonna just I'm gonna release a code related to this thing, alright, how it like centers stuff, alright, what's the reason behind centering it when we use like top 0, right would be 0 and left would be 0 and bottom would be 0. But for now this is the easiest way by which we can, I know the easiest way by which we can center any kind of element on in a web app. Alright, so let's move on. Let's save it. See, those two scroll bars just disappeared, which means it has been centered. Now to see if it's actually centered, what I'm going to do is simply hover on this board. See, the whole thing is canvas. Alright, so this means it's canvas. See, height equals to 646, width equals to 218. Alright, now width is so thin because of this thing over here. If we like make this smaller and then refresh it, it's gonna change the width. Alright, this is how it works. Now let's move on. Now the first thing that I'm going to do, show you guys, is how to make any kind of graphics on this context. Alright, context, I'm saying, not context, it's canvas. Alright, so for that what we are going to do is ctx.rect, okay, rectangle, 100, 100, 100, 100. Alright, this thing means that I want the canvas to form a rectangle for me, which would be at these coordinates. Alright, and its length and breadth would be these two. Alright, now when I save it, nothing's going to happen actually. Alright, to make something happen, what I'm going to do is ctx.fill. Alright, this means that now I can color it. Alright, we can use ctx.fill for coloring it and ctx.stroke for bordering it. Now as soon as I save it, you'll see again nothing happening. Now that's because the default color for the context is black, so we need to change it, because it's the rectangle is there, but we can't see it because it's kind of like covered. It's kind of camouflaged in the black environment, so we need to change its ctx.fill style, alright, which would be white there. And now when we save it, you'll see a white square over here. Alright, so that's how we make stuff over here. Alright, there are many other kind of shape makers like rect and arc. With arc we can make circles, and there's line too, and that's what we are going to use for this video. So yeah, let's make a line too. Alright, now line 2 is really simple. Okay, it's just having two arguments, that is the x-axis and y-axis. Alright, so 15, suppose it's 15 to 70, and save it. You'll see that there would be a line. Now we can't actually fill a line, so we need to stroke it. So stroke style. Alright, we need to stroke it means we are going to make a line. What are we going to fill it with? Right, there's no space to fill it with. It's just a line, so we need to use stroke for this. When we save this, alright, so I need to give a really better coordinate like 720. Let's see if it works. Let's just give 100 and 100, 100 and 100. Alright, save it. So for now it's not working, but it will be working soon. Yep. Now we are gonna keep it like this. For the time being, I'm just gonna change the color of this to white, so that it becomes easy for me to see through it. Alright, now let's see if there's any kind of error generated or something. No, there's no error. I'm gonna remove this city stroke style. Let's see if it works or not. Alright, whatever, I'm just going to do is simply make this city x dot rect for the time being, so that you guys can understand like what happens. Alright, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, oops, save it, and ctx dot stroke. Alright, there we have a square over there. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is put this thing in a box. Alright, so let's take it a line down. I'm gonna define a function where we are gonna keep this piece of code. So it would be when canvas dot on mouse move, I mean when the mouse is moving on the canvas, okay, it's going to follow it. So function something, let's take this, there we go. Alright, and over here we are gonna have event. Alright, just an object. Alright, just an object. Let's just keep it there. Now event dot client y, and we are going to use event dot client x. Alright, these two pieces of syntax means that we are going to since these are the locations, okay, these two pieces of syntax would actually get the location of your cursor. Alright, it would get the location of your cursor and start making the squares. Alright, now when we save this, you see there are so many squares. Alright, now this is something how we are going to make it. Alright, the code kind of gets like where your mouse is, and since we are going to make a line, we need to get it like, alright, so the mouse is over here, that's where we are going to make a line. The mouse is over there, that's where we are going to make a line. Right, so this is how it's gonna work. Alright, right now it looks like a square worm, but whatever, let's just continue with our work. Now we are gonna change this ctx.rect to ctx.line2 and remove this x and y from here and save it. So now when we move our mouse from here to there, you see we actually are making a line, alright, which is really thin, and it looks like we are drawing on it. So the next thing that I'm going to do, since it's a blackboard, I'm just gonna change the color of it to black. Alright, let's make it black. There it goes, black. And this would become ctx dot stroke style would become white. There we go. Now when we run on this, it will make a white line. So it kind of looks like blackboard now. Alright, but the problem with this right now is that it's just, it's something weird about it. That is, I'm not pressing my mouse button right now. Alright, as soon as I move my mouse, it starts making something. Now that's nothing, that's not something which I wanted to do. What I wanted to do is that it's gonna make a line only when my mouse would my mouse button would be down. Alright, that is, my mouse would be down, so it needs to make it only then. Alright, so for that, what I'm going to do is to make a boolean variable flag, which would be equals to false. Alright, now as soon as canvas dot on mouse down, as soon as the mouse is down, its function, what it would be doing is to make this flag true. Alright, that is, whenever the mouse would be down, it would start functioning, I mean it would start drawing. And when the mouse would become the button gets released, alright, what it would do is simply make this line of code from true to false. So we are going to change it false. Save it. Now whenever I go here, let's save it from, now whenever I go here, see it's still drawing. Now one thing that I forgot, that is, we need to keep all of this thing under an if and else statement. Alright, or else we are not checking if the mouse is down or not. So if flag, since flag is a boolean variable, we just need to put the variable, we don't need to put an extra statement over here. So if flag is true, that is the mouse is down, then that means that we are allowed to draw now. Okay, so this would happen only when the mouse would be moving, and when the mouse would be moving, it's like forever. Alright, so this is how it works. So as soon as the mouse would be moving, it would be making the flag alerted that, dude, if this flag becomes true, then we would be starting to put the ink, and if it's false, then we do nothing. Alright, let's save it. And now when I go above the hover on the canvas, nothing happens. The only thing happens is when I click on somewhere and start to drag it. See? Now while I make this, you guys also probably have noticed that there is just one problem. That is, I suppose left my last drawn over here. Now when I jump to other place, that is like over here, it's gonna make a straight line. See that? It's gonna jump from where it was to where the new location of the mouse is. It's just gonna jump. See? Now that's not something which happens on a blackboard, right? So we need to repair this too. Now for that, what we are going to do is really very much simple. That is, we are gonna just put 2 lines of code. Now let me just give some give me some time to like align these statements properly. Alright, there we go. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is ctx dot move to. Alright, move to event dot client x and event dot client y. Alright, this line means the wherever it would be drawing the next part of the line from, it would be directly jumping to the to that spot and start making it. Alright, so oops, I clicked ctrls over here. Okay, save it. Now when we start making, you'll see that it still does not work. Alright, so what I'm going to do is simply for that, what we are going to do is simply put ctx dot begin path over here in mouse down. Alright, so that whenever it begins, whenever the mouse becomes down, alright, it would be making the path new. Well, it will be starting to draw, so we're not gonna put it over here. Let's put it over here. Let's see if it's working or not. When the mouse would become up, it would be like change it to this positions, begin path. Alright, so that it does not make something else new. Alright, now let's try it out. Here is one line, here's another line. See, now it does not get connected anymore. So this thing means that we have achieved what we wanted to make. Alright, now suppose I want the ink to be fatter. Alright, by fat means I want this it's too thin. See, so to make the ink more fatter, what I'm going to do is simply make a new input tag. Alright, so input would be type tag, input tag equals to range, from a certain range to a certain range. See over there we have it. Now you'll see that we can't actually click it. Alright, that's because it's like behind. So I'm just gonna bring it in front by using the Z index or the Z index plus 1. Alright, now when we do this, if we start drawing, it wouldn't draw over it. Oh, it does. It still does draw over it. So I'm just gonna try to make +2. Let's see if it still draws over it. Yep, it's doing it again. Let's try to make this plus 3 and see if it's still doing it. Yep, it's still doing it. Alright. Well, we can do one thing, that is simply put this canvas's z index to -1. Alright, so we're gonna just do this. Since we can change the mouse index of the scroll bar, we're just gonna change the z index of the board. Alright, now we can select it. See, we can increase it and lower it. The next thing that I'm going to do is set some limitations to it. That is, the minimum value would be equals to 1. Alright, and the maximum value would be equals to let's say 10. Alright, because 100 becomes too thick and you cannot see anything at all. No, actually that's too thin though, so I'm gonna just make it 50. Save it. Alright, and the value would be set to 10. Value would be set to 10. Yep, save it. And oh, I did this in the canvas. Supposed to do it over here. Save it. See, it's set to 10, but nothing happens right now because it's not linked. Now we are gonna write an ID equals to thickness. Alright, now ctx.stroke style would be equals to thickness. So document dot get element by ID thickness dot value. Alright, let's save it. Let's see. Alright, I did it in stroke style by mistake. Let me just cut it out. It shouldn't be this, it should be white. Okay, I'm also going to show how to change the color. Alright, so this will be ctx dot line width equals to serial v. Let's see if it works. Yep, it does work. Alright, now when we make it even more thick, see that? Now one thing that you'd be seeing, that is, you see it's kind of broken. See, it's kind of broken. Now this is what I think makes it chalkboard. That's why I named this blackboard. Alright, it looks like chalk. I mean, the effects are like chalk, so that's why I am using this. Alright, and yeah, this is not a mistake though, but I like it. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys how to make it like literally seamless, but in another video. Okay, for now this is gonna do it. Alright, but still I have not yet shown you guys. Did I? I have not yet shown you guys how to change the color. So to change the color, it's also really easy. The next thing that I'm going to do is simply write another input tag. Alright, and its type would be color, and what else? Let's name its ID color. Alright, and value would be set to white, so value equals to hashtag FFF. Alright, let's come here and again document.getElementsID, document.get element by ID. What was it? Color? Yeah, color dot value. Alright, let's save it. Let's see what happens. So right now it's black actually. It's totally black. I'm gonna change its value to this white. Click on OK. White, alright. Let's change its color to red. Okay. Yep, red. I like this color really very much. So RGB is 255 70 70. Let's make this RGB 255, 70, 70. Alright, let's save this again and exit from here. Now this is staying black, I don't know, for some reason. Alright, but whatever, we can change it later, or we can like change it right now also. Alright, so it's not working though, but still there's another way with which we can make it work. That is document dot get element by id color dot value will be equals to, I'm gonna paste this and close it. Let's see if it works. Alright, still now it does not work. So it looks like we need to change the color from here. Come on over here. Alright, it works. Alright, and what I like about this the most is that it totally looks like blackboard. Alright, come on, you need to set the color properly, that's the problem. Alright, now let's try to see like why we can't set the value of this. What could be dot value, it's doing nothing. Let's see if there's any kind of error generated in the console or not. Alright, looks like it sets the color in this format. Alright, so we probably need to convert it. So what I'm going to do is simply use the console over here, console.log, and then document dot get element by id color dot value. Alright, save it and try to change the color. You see this warning, it's what telling me, like it's what told me to change it. Let's make this 255 and make this 70 and this also 70, and yep, gonna click on OK. Okay, so it does draw. Now this thing happens because I was like out of it, out of this whole thing. Let me just make it 255 and 70 and again 70 over here. Alright, okay, now it works. See that? Now that's going to happen because my console was open, due to which the inner height and width had actually changed, due to which like whenever you are going to draw, it's going to draw something a little bit far away from your actual drawing. Alright, now this is the best thing that I like, that is the chalk texture. Okay, that's why I like kind of wanted to make it even more. Now let's see what value we are having over here. It's hashtag FF4646. Alright, let's change it to hashtag FF4646. Oops, it's so hard to aim with my mouse. Hashtag FF4646. Let's save it and see. Alright, so it needs to be digits, I guess. This is so hard. Alright, so it's set now. See guys? It's already set now. After we reset it, See, it's set already over here. So this means that it's working properly, so we can just delete this line, console, save it. See, now whenever I refresh it, the color is gonna be this. Alright, so it's working totally fine. Let's increase the width. See that? It's working properly. Let's try to write my name. J-A-A. Oh, it's kind of hard to aim with my mouse. R-A-V. Java. Oh my god. I just Java, and then I'm gonna change the color to yellow, this nice yellow, and make it right coder. C O D. Oh my god, it's so hard to write. D E R. Yep, there we go. So here we have the blackboard, guys. I hope you liked the video. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe, and recommend my channel to your friends. I will be soon teaching you guys tutorials of how to make simple JavaScript projects. Alright, they're gonna come up soon. Next video I'm gonna make a calculator, so stay tuned, guys, and do not forget to subscribe, please.